Hi, everyone, and welcome to a new webinar. This is my fourth webinar during the 2 last weeks, and I'm really excited because this is a other topic that I'm going to talk about, and if you compare it to my previous 3 topics or 3 webinars. So let's get started, shall we? I am just going to do it like this, just to properly welcome you everyone to this webinar. I'm super excited to have you here and that you have been able to take a couple of minutes of your day to be here today, because I am going to serve you some super valuable lessons and things that will help you move forward if you are planning to start designing your own amigurumis. So let's kickstart this thing, shall we? Okay, so welcome to the webinar with the topic 3 mistakes new amigurumis will make. Let me turn off my phone. Turn off my phone. Okay, so during this webinar, I am going to reveal 3 big mistakes new amigurumi designers make so that you don't have to make them, leaving you inspired and confident designing your next amigurumi. If you stay with me until the end and decide to work with me as you go on your own amigurumi design journey, I'll give you the opportunity to do so and get your hands on this special bonus that I've just added to my program. I'll give you all the details at the end of this webinar. First, turn off all distractions. I just turned off my phone, but close the door, leave your kids and your partners and maybe your dog as well outside. Put aside your currently very inspiring crochet project. You will have time for that later. But now I want you to be here with me, focus. If you have a notebook, that might be a great tool for you to take notes during this webinar. So I'm going to start with introducing an exercise for you. This is a 20-minute brainstorm party. And this is how it goes. First, grab a paper and your favorite pen. Choose a theme. Thirdly, set a timer for 10 minutes max. Play some good music. Get vibing. Fourth, go bananas. Write down everything that you think about regarding this theme. Yes, I know, Safran. Are you excited as well? From there, take 10 minutes and your favorite idea and draw your idea onto paper. Nothing fancy, just a quick sketch. What colors will you want to use in your amigurumi? What yarns do you want to make it in? It doesn't have to be cotton yarn, just telling you. What shapes are you going to combine to make your amigurumi? And after this, you, my friend, will officially have your first draft of your amigurumi design, which will fast-track your amigurumi design process. And that is time for a celebration and party. I am going to do a live workshop where I do this challenge or this exercise together with you tomorrow. So if you want to do this together with other like-minded people, come and join us during that workshop. You find it at the same place as you signed up for this webinar. Okay, let's kick off. You might be here for different reasons today, but I want to ensure you that you're in the right place if reason number 1, you're excited about crocheting amigurumi and want to take your hobby to the next level. Or maybe this is you. You can't find the perfect amigurumi pattern for a design you have in mind, so you want to make it yourself. Or this might be you. Reason number 3, you're intrigued by the idea to design your own unique amigurumi patterns and share them with the world. Which one are you? Let me know in the comments. Are you number one, excited to take your hobby to the next level? Are you the second one, you want to take action on an idea that you have? Or are you the third one, intrigued by sharing your own designs with the world? Let me know. Number one, Isabel, that's perfect. You're in the right place. Okay, let's move forward. This is a fact for you. Whatever your motivation is for being here today, I fully support you. If I'm totally new for you, I may introduce myself. I am Veronica Lenquist. I am a full-time crochet designer specialized on designing amigurumi toys such as amigurumi. Crochet toys such as amigurumi, sorry. On the first picture, you see my family. It is my high school boyfriend, Lucas. We've been together for 13 years. We're currently living in Helsinki in Finland with our fluffy Finnish lapphund Saffran, who is needing some pets right now, and that is why my arms is petting something down here. The second picture is from when I studied to become a craft teacher. This is a picture from a workshop me and my friend Elin hosted. It is a yarn bombing workshop where the participants got to cover a whole bicycle with yarn. They could choose any technique that they wanted and just go bananas. It was so much fun. And lastly, I am also a business owner since 2015 and have been working with selling crocheted toys and selling crocheted patterns since then. But here is what I really want you to know. I'm going to teach you today 3 tips on how to design your unique amigurumis, and the reason for that is that I have created over 70 amigurumi and crochet designs. I have over 8 years of crocheting and design experience, and I have a master's degree in teaching crafts such as crochet. When it comes to design and pattern writing, I know what works and what doesn't work, and that is why I'm super excited to teach you today. Okay, so this is why I am designing amigurumi patterns. Your reason might be different, but I get to be creative and share my designs with the world and my amazing community. And I get money for doing what I love. I can honestly say that this is my favorite job so far that I have had, and I love it. Give me a yes in the comments. Can you imagine what it would feel like if you would design amigurumi patterns that your followers would love to make? Yes, sounds amazing. Okay, here is a fact. Designing amigurumi patterns is a fun and creative way to share your unique ideas with the world and generate passive income. Passive income means income that, or let me explain it like this. So a non-passive income would be crocheting finished toys, because you have to, for each order, you have to make a new toy for your customer. At some point, your time will run out. But with passive income, you make one product, and when you have made that product, for example, a crochet pattern, you don't have to make it over and over again for your customers. So it's the same amount of time and energy that goes into making one pattern for 10 people or 10,000 people. And that is what it makes passive. Nothing is 100% passive, but it is more passive than crocheting and selling finished objects. Okay, let me share with you where we are going today. So we're going to start by going through 3 mistakes new amigurumi designers tend to make and things that you can do instead. And if you like what you've learned here and you like to work with me more, I will tell you about that. And at the end, we will have a Q&A session. So save all your questions because I'm going to get to as many as I can at the very end. Let's get to it. Mistake number 1, following only Amigurumi related accounts on Instagram. This is something that I've noticed a lot of people tend to do. The problem with this is that you might be inspired by these. It's nothing wrong with being inspired by other Amigurumi designers, but there might be a small risk that you subconsciously will copy someone else's design and or feel encouraged by seeing all these talented Amigurumi designers out there. And I have a tip for you. I want you to do this instead. So try this instead. Find your own inspiration source. It can be taking a walk in the forest. It can be following a artist or illustration account or a cross-stitch account, or maybe you feel really inspired by music or old things or science. Try to find your own inspiration source that is not tied to what other Amigurumi designers make. Okay, your turn. Jump in the comments and share with me one thing that inspires you. It can be anything. This is a good exercise to do. And if you see other inspiring things in the comments, write them down because you might have use for them later on. For example, I find music really inspiring. Also, I love browsing on Pinterest, especially the art and illustration section. Also children's books. So when I go to a bookstore, I always head first to the children's section to look in some new books. Also moving my body in different way, whether it's walking my dog or going to the gym or dancing, that has also helped me generate inspiration and getting stoked for a new project. My cat, says Isabel, yes, animals in general can be really, really inspiring. Okay, let's move to mistake number 2, not developing your own style. There is a numerous amount of Amigurumi styles out there. You might not have think about this, but for example, there are designers using only thick, chunky yarn, and there is designer using a super thin, super tiny thread for their amigurumis and make these super tiny amigurumis. There are designers using a lot of colors in their work, for example, me, and there are people using more monochrome tones or maybe more nature clothes tones like green and beige, for example. There are Amigurumi designers who make no-sew patterns that doesn't require you to sew any parts together. There are really complex, realistic Amigurumi that makes Amigurumi really realistic ones, and there are Amigurumi designers that make more cartoonish designs. So there are a lot of different styles to choose from, and my quest for you is to start developing your own. Here is what you can do. Try out different styles and choose one that you like. Choose a color scheme and stick to it, whether it is really vibrant rainbow colors or if it's pastels, or maybe you want to make just black and white amigurumis. And never just make only or just a bear. Try to make we don't make just a bear, we make a character, a friend, a companion. And by doing so, people are more likely to want to make your specific amigurumi. For example, I had a question in my previous webinar on if you would rather crochet just a amigurumi bear, or would you rather crochet Nanook the polar bear that loves fishing in his favorite sweater. And all of my participants answered the second one. We tend to want to have a story around our amigurumis, and that is also something that makes your amigurumis more unique and stand out from the crowd, because there are a lot of only bears outside, I tell you. Okay, your turn. Jump in the comments and share with me a color scheme that you would like to try out, or if you're certain that this is my color scheme that I would like to go to when I design my amigurumis, let me know in the comments. It can be pastel, natural, bright, maybe only hues in green, or black and white, or yeah, natural, earthy. Yes. Okay, we have arrived to mistake number 3, which is the biggest mistake new amigurumi designers tend to make. And that is letting fear keep you from designing. What if nobody likes it? What if I copy someone else subconsciously? What if there's an error in the pattern that I missed? These are fears that I had when I started out, and these are thought patterns that is pretty usual when you are new in a field. So here is a couple of tips to overcome these fears. Validate your design. Ask your followers on Instagram, for example, if they would like to crochet a hedgehog or a goose. What would make them more excited? Or make a question box for them to put in their favorite amigurumi designs. Check out what other people are making and what is trending. This will save you time and not make things that your customers don't want to crochet, but it will also inspire you to actually put time into those amigurumis that you know that your community are eagerly waiting for you to release. Secondly, find your own inspiration source, as we talked about previously. This will reduce the chance of you subconsciously copying someone else's design. And if you fear of having mistakes in your pattern, no worries. You can always update the pattern if a mistake comes up. And to reduce the mistakes, I highly recommend you to have a couple of pattern testers that read through your pattern and crochet through your pattern. This will help reduce the amount of typos, for example, and tiny mistakes that might come up later. Okay, your turn. Jump in the comments and share with me one fear that you have. Regarding designing amigurumi, we are jumping deep today. Hey. Saffron has fear of nobody giving her attention right now. Okay. Fear of failure. Yes, that is a really common one, Isabel. And I want to tell you that the biggest failure is not trying at all. Give that a thought. Okay, give me a yes in the comments if this resonates with you. Whether it's designing fruit, dragons, or sea animal, when creating a new design, it's not what you design that matters the most. It's your willingness to believe in your abilities and to take yourself action. And I want to add here, to actually take action, because there are so many people out there having this dream about designing their own amigurumi and writing patterns, but they don't take action. And the way you stand out from them is because you are taking action. You are an action taker. Okay, what would you design if you could delete these fear? If you had no fear in the world whatsoever, you had nothing to lose, what would be the first thing you would like to design? It's a big question, I know. This is my story, but I highly believe that you can achieve exactly these things too. Isabel is going to start off with designing animals playing musical instrument. That is such a unique and cute idea. Nice. I'm super excited to see how those turned out. Okay, I had a couple of fears when I started out. I have fear of subconsciously copying others, fear of making mistakes, and fear of not selling a single pattern. But I didn't let the fear stand in my way of over 70 published patterns, hosting crochet alongs for over 5,000 crocheters all around the globe, over 10,000 supportive email subscriber and Instagram followers, and over 1,500 sold patterns, and working full-time designing amigurumi. I think, and I highly believe that you can achieve this too. At this point, I have a question for you. Would you like me to help you design unique amigurumi patterns that you can confidently share with the world? If you are ready to taking the step and starting your own amigurumi design journey, you have two options. You have option number one. You could try to design an amigurumi on your own without a plan, but you'll run the big risk of being in the same place this time next year with a big open loop and no published patterns. Or you could choose option number two. You can 100% commit to designing and creating your own amigurumi patterns using a proven roadmap. If you're ready for option number two, if you're ready to actually design and write your own amigurumi patterns and share them with the world, I would like to invite you to join me inside Amigurumi Design Lab. Amigurumi Design Lab is the only course of its kind that not only shows you exactly how to transform a 2D drawing into a 3D amigurumi, but how to find your unique style and how to write clear amigurumi patterns that you confidently can share with the world. Here is what you will put into action during this course. You get to discover your source of inspiration. You get to choose your amigurumi style. You get to design your own unique amigurumi. You get to transform a 2D sketch into a 3D amigurumi. You get to learn the ins and the outs of 3D amigurumi shapes. Discover the most important things about copyright. Write down your patterns and take step-by-step pictures. Learn about pattern testing and share your pattern with the world. The course includes 4 modules. In the first module, you get to brainstorm your amigurumi idea. In the second module, you get to design your unique amigurumi. In module number 3, it's all about crocheting and making that 2D sketch into a 3D amigurumi. And in the last module, you get to write down the pattern for your amigurumi. So by the end of these 4 weeks, you will have your first draft of your first amigurumi pattern. And after that, I'm a party girl, we will celebrate. The total value of these modules is $447. The course includes the complete program with the value of $447, but also all the 4 modules, videos, PDF guides, and templates, everything to make your journey as smooth as possible. And I have also added a bonus for you, which is a 4-week of live Q&A sessions with me once a week inside a private Facebook group. This has a value of $187. It is a highly active and supportive Facebook community with fellow students and me myself to make sure you get unstuck in a matter of minutes instead of weeks. A space to overcome isolation and constantly refill your motivation tank by connecting with other Amigurumi lovers that knows the journey and are there to help you cross the finish line. Just so you know, I'm nothing special. I don't have access to exclusive experts, technology, or resources, but I do have a proven roadmap that I follow when I design my amigurumi and create my patterns. Now, I do want you to know that I offer a money-back guarantee, but I'm only looking for serious action takers, so you need to show that you gave the program a try before requesting a refund. I do this because I'm not looking for tire kickers, but true go-getters that want to dive in and get results quickly. If you do the work and you're still not satisfied, show me your work within 14 days and of getting module number 1, and I happily give you a refund. Okay, so we have bonus number 1, a 4-week of live Q&A sessions with me once a week inside a private members Facebook group with also alumni from previous courses that are super helpful and knows the journey that you are starting. This bonus has a value of $187. But I have also added a special bonus training for you on how to take Instagram-worthy product photos of your amigurumi. In this workshop, I'm going to walk you through my own step-by-step photo process and editing process. And you will have this bonus forever at $147. Pictures are very important when marketing your patterns, but also a really important resource inside your pattern. So it is vital that you can take good and clear and pretty photos. I have also this year added a third bonus, which is the 10 Pinterest templates for marketing your patterns like a pro. If you are new to Amigurumi designs and want to know where to start marketing your amigurumi patterns, Pinterest is the place. It is a place where you can, for free, market your amigurumi patterns as much as possible, and it is vital for your amigurumi design journey. Especially if you are going to start selling your patterns. Making pins on Pinterest can be a little bit tricky and time consuming. That is why I have made these templates to make the process as smoothly as possible. I'm using these pattern templates myself when I'm doing pins, and it takes me under 10 minutes to make these pins with this template pack. So this is a great resource for you. The total course with the 3 bonuses has a total value of $828. Now I'm sure you're curious what it costs. I could charge you over $800. I could charge you over $800 because this course and program is so good. However, I also know that you are likely on a tight budget, and I want to make this as affordable as possible for you. So instead of charging over $800, you can get started today for only $297. Or to make it even easier for you, I do have a 3-payment option. So you can get started for a day for only $117 and then 2 additional installments of $170 30 days apart. Choose the payment option that works best for you, the 3-payment option plan or the 1-payment option plan, but the entire program is available, including the bonuses. They are waiting for you no matter which option you choose. Go to amigurumiacademy.com/Amigurumi Design Lab to sign up and get started with your Amigurumi design journey. I am going to copy paste the link to the sign up in the chat so you can grab it from there and go and join us inside the Amigurumi Design Lab. The doors to the Amigurumi Design Lab closes tomorrow at midnight, so there is not a lot of hours left to sign up. So if you have ever thought about taking your hobby to the next level or have a dream of starting to design your own amigurumi patterns, come and join us. It is full of value and it will help you get started on your amigurumi design journey. And after 4 weeks, you will have the first draft of your first pattern. And after some tweaking and maybe testing, you will be able to start selling that and generate some passive income. Okay, so to get your hands on this bonus, all you need to do now is enroll while we are still here live. We'll be moving into a Q&A session, which is the most exciting part, in my opinion, during these webinars. In just a moment. So if you enroll in this course before we end here, you will immediately get access to this bonus when you enroll. And let me explain this bonus for you. This is a 3-pattern template pack. One of them I use every time I write my own patterns. I wish that this existed when I first started out. I had no idea what parts is vital to have in your amigurumi patterns. I have no idea how to lay out what font size you need to have, how much space in between your lines you need to have, what copyright information you need to have in your pattern. Everything that is already included in the template, so you don't have to go trying to figure out what to include in your patterns. There are 3 different templates. The first one is the one that I use every time, and it's the one that you see on the picture. The second one has a little bit of a more playful style, if you prefer that one. And the third one is for Instagram. I grew my Instagram account by sharing some of my free patterns on there. One of them, the strawberry, actually went viral. And yeah, I have a template for you, so you don't need to figure out what to include in the Instagram pattern as well. Highly good resource, if I may say so myself. Okay, during this course, you will overcome a lot of fears. You will overcome the fear of not having unique enough ideas, fear of subconsciously copying someone else's design, fear of the pattern writing overwhelm, fear of putting yourself out there, fear of messing up, fear of the math, fear of not knowing what to do and how to do it. Amigurumi Design Lab will bust through all of those fears so they are no longer stopping you in your tracks. Come and join us inside the Amigurumi Design Lab. As I told you, the doors are closing tomorrow, midnight Helsinki time. You can get started today for $297, or if you choose the 3-payment option, only for $117. Come and join us. We are already a bunch of excited students that are starting their journey in February. The course starts on Monday 13th, so next Monday. We will kick off with the first module, and next Tuesday, we will have the first live Q&A session inside the private Facebook group. You'll find all the information about sign up at amigurumiacademy.com/Amigurumi Design Lab. Okay, welcome to Amigurumi Design Lab. This is how it looks like when you click on the link. So here is the home of courses and templates and workshops and webinars that are on the topic amigurumi and amigurumi design. If you click on the Buy Now button, it will take you to the sign up form. The first contact information that you need to write in is your email address. After this, you will get a verification code sent to your email. Put in the code in the box and verify your email address. After that, you will get access to the billing and the payment options and can fill out everything there. Here is also on the right side where you can choose the single payment option of $297 or the 3 payment option of $117. After you have completed the sign up, it will take you to this screen. You have successfully signed up for Amigurumi Design Lab and you're ready to start the course. Click on the white button and it will take you to all the things that is included in Amigurumi Design Lab. You have the 10 Pinterest template bonus, you have the course program in the middle, and you have the Amigurumi photo workshop at the end. If you sign up during this webinar, you will also have access to the pattern template pack. So you will actually have 4 items here on the screen instead of only 3. When you click on the core program, it will take you here. Here's where the magic happens. It looks very empty right now, but that is because I am dropping 1 module per week, just to not make you feel overwhelmed about all the content and to give you plenty of time to implement everything that is inside the modules and inside the lessons. So right now you will find a welcome video and you will also find the link to the members Facebook group. I highly recommend you to come and join the Facebook group, introduce yourself, say hello, tell us a little bit about yourself and why you are excited to start designing amigurumis. And there is also a list of materials that will help you stay focused and go through the course. Come and join us inside the Amigurumi Design Lab. If you haven't signed up yet, do so now so that you get access to the 3 pattern template pack. You can get started today for only $297 or a 3 payment option of $117. If you're ready to get started on taking your hobby to the next level and start your amigurumi design journey, go to amigurumiacademy.com/Amigurumi Design Lab and sign up. So I am not exactly sure why you showed up here today, but I bet I can guess. You might be here because you feel stuck. You want to take your hobby to the next level, but you don't know where to start. Or you might feel unconfident. You might want to design your own amigurumi, but you don't know if you are talented enough. And let me give you a tour of a couple of students that was in the same place as you are right now. And they have all overcome these fears and taking their hobby to the next level, and they are not starting their amigurumi journey anymore. They are highly confident designers, all of them. So first we have Diana. She designed a super unique amigurumi dare, a chemistry amigurumi dare. I have never even heard about anything like this. She got inspired by a mashup exercise that I have in the course, and this is how it turned out. And she has recently released this pattern, which is her first amigurumi pattern. I'm so excited for her. Nextly, we have Hanna Kalevo, one of my Finnish students who also got inspired by the mashup challenge. She designed a fruit bat. And as you can see, this picture highlights how it looks like in the Facebook group. So in the beginning, there is a lot of sketches, a lot of choosing yarn, asking for help, figuring out what they want to do. And by the end, there is a lot of pictures of finished amigurumi. And I love to see the whole journey inside the Facebook group. Then we have Sanette. Sanette is a crochet designer nowadays, because she started out with the course. She made her first design a cute little chick. And I want to especially highlight these two pictures because the first one is not edited, but the second one is. And as you can see, with the help of the photo workshop, your amigurumi photos will taking you to the next level. She has also, after the course, designed several amigurumis and also participated in a amigurumi design contest with her axolot. Sila has taken a similar journey as Sanette. She has also started to design her own amigurumi patterns after the course. She started out making a dingo librarian, also a super unique idea, during the course. And afterwards, she has designed and released several patterns. One of them is Kira the koala, who also was designed during the course, actually. She has also hosted crochet alongs and continuously making new amigurumi content. I want to highlight and read her comments that I got from her. I did Veronica Amigurumi Design Lab 2021 when I was doubting myself and my process. It really helped with my confidence, and it's definitely suitable for brand new / beginners too. I want you to think about why you showed up here today. Obviously, you want to make a change, and Amigurumi Design Lab is that opportunity. Now, if you haven't yet signed up for Amigurumi Design Lab, maybe you have some doubts. You're really excited for Amigurumi Design Lab, but you're thinking, let me know in the comments. I'm super excited for Amigurumi Design Lab, but fill in the blank. Here are some things that might be on your mind. Firstly, I don't know if I have good enough idea for an amigurumi. Let me tell you, in module number 2, you'll learn how to make your amigurumi unique and how to validate your idea. I will promise you that your ideas are good enough, and we will tweak them to make them unique and to have them stand out from the rest of the amigurumis out there. Or this might be you. I don't know where to start. I might be complicating things. In this course, I'll share with you my step-by-step roadmap so that you don't have to figure it all by yourself. Or this might be you. I'm scared of subconsciously copying someone else. Or what if someone copies me? Well, during the course, I'll give you my best tip on how to overcome this fear. And in module number 4, you'll learn about copyright. Isabel says, I am afraid I have to leave early, but thank you so much, Veronica. Have a great day. The same to you. There will be a replay if you want to watch the rest of the webinar when you have time. So no worries. Thank you so much for being here, Isabel. Come and join us inside the Amigurumi Design Lab for only $297, or choose the 3 payment option plan if that works better for you, and pay only $117 and 2 additional installments after that. You'll find all the information about the sign up at amigurumiacademy.com/Amigurumi Design Lab. I'm super excited to see you inside the course. So we have 15 minutes of Q&A left. Now it's the time to put all your questions down in the comment section and I will walk them through. I'm also going to take up some of my previous my camera's in the way, that is why I'm looking so weird. I am going to take up yeah, some previous questions that I have gotten that I also want to answer at the same time. Let me see. There they should be. And here. Okay, here we have my questions. Let's get to it. Okay, first question. What sites are best for selling amigurumi? Is it better to have your pattern on multiple sites or just one? I started off with Etsy, and I highly recommend new amigurumi designers to use Etsy as well, because firstly, it is super easy to set up. Secondly, there are customers already searching for stuff on Etsy. It is a great selling platform. I also nowadays have my own web shop. I have currently moved from Wix to Shopify because Shopify is better at the selling aspects, and they are also the platform that gets the newest functions earliest because it's such a big platform. But start off with Etsy. And then when you have built your community and your following, then start your own website. I do have both still. I do not market Etsy. I market only my own web shop, which means all of my customers are there and buying from that one. But if somebody is searching for a specific pattern on Etsy, they might find mine, and I sell a couple of patterns a month on Etsy without any marketing. I also have my patterns on Ravelry. I don't sell through them, but I have them linked to my website because they have also a really good search engine. So if somebody is searching for a very specific pattern, for example, a amigurumi car, they will find my pattern, and that pattern will take them to my website, and hopefully they will find more things that they like. So yeah, I highly recommend Etsy. There are several other platforms that you can use as well, but Etsy is definitely one of the best ones. And I highly recommend Shopify as well when you are in that place of your business that you have a community and you want to have your own webshop. Okay, Lydia is asking, how do you decide the name of your characters? So my mother tongue is Swedish, and I love dorky Swedish names. So I usually might have a name in mind while I crochet. Sometimes I cannot come up with a name, and I get inspired by friends or friends' kids, for example. I have a amigurumi named after my nephew. It's the Elton the Squirrel pattern. I have a Tilda the Bunny and Clara the Panda, which is two of my friends' kids. And yeah, I also have a amigurumi named after my grandfather, Henry the Hedgehog. So it depends. Sometimes if I have no idea what to name them, I ask my audience, and usually I get some super great ideas from them. For example, Nanook the polar bear is named from one of my very active customers and community members. And yeah, when she told me Nanook, it was like, yes, of course. How couldn't I even have thought about that one? So yeah, hopefully that gave you a little bit of an idea. Paola, when did you start crocheting? I started crocheting when I was a kid. I don't really have a vivid memory when I learned to crochet, but we have this mandatory subject in school, which is called slöjd, where you learn how to crochet, knit, sew, woodwork, electronics, metal work as well. But I do remember that I think I could crochet before I started school. So my mom and my grandma was or is very crafty. So I think I have probably learned the basics from them, and then I have like evolved during the school. slate lessons. I first made my amigurumi in 6th or 7th grade. I got a magazine with a pig pattern from my mother, and she was like, maybe this is something that you would like to do. And yes, I did. I made several pigs for my friends and for my families until I got tired of that. Bought the designer's book, crocheted several patterns from that, and yeah, pretty soon after that I started to do my own designs, and yeah, I've been loving it and been hooked since. Then we have another question from Lydia. Do you design the pattern in Canva, or which program you use? Yes, I use Canva. I love it. It is my favorite software for designing patterns. I used to write my patterns in Microsoft Word. It was horrible because the layout is a bit tricky in Word. At least it was. I haven't used it in several years now. But the one thing I love with Canva is that it is drag and drop. There is no grid things that makes you like, you can, in Words, you are forced to put your pictures in certain place. I know that you can tweak that as well with settings and stuff like that, but Canva is just so easy. It's like I'm dragging my picture there and I write my text and the picture stays there in the same place. I just love it. And they have a lot of like fun illustrations and boxes and layout tools. They also have a lot of templates, so you can, for example, my sister made her wedding invitations in Canva as well. So yeah, I use Canva. I love it. Paola asks, how much time do you spend crocheting? It depends. Some weeks I crochet 0 hours. Some weeks I crochet a lot more. I can crochet evenings, like 5 hours in a row while Lucas is playing a game, for example. But yeah, it depends on what kind of deadline I have in front of me. Right now, I have a deadline for my raccoon, and I've been working a lot with that. But so yesterday I crocheted 1 hour, but previously I maybe not crocheted for the past week, I think. So yeah, it depends on what project is going on. And I do, though, have started to schedule crocheting days, and that excites me so much. So a couple of weeks ago I had 2 days where I spent all my workday just crocheting. That was a new feeling. Usually in my spare time I do also work a little bit. So during weekends, for example, I have crocheted on new projects, but I try to knit instead, just to balance it up and not get sick of the crocheting so fast. Another question. Nina asked if the price includes tax. Yes, the price includes tax. So when you go to the cart, the amount you will pay is $297. Nothing more, nothing less. So everything is included in the price. No surprises there. Sophie asked, do you test your patterns with testers before publishing, or hire a tech editor, or do you have both? This is something that I have learned by doing. So when I started out, I didn't even know that there was such a thing as testers or tech editor. So I started out with no tech editor and no testers. This is something that I do not recommend you to do. I highly recommend you to find a couple of testers that helps you out with the pattern, just to find typos and things that can be wrong or just hard to understand. I highly recommend, because this is going to make your amigurumi pattern so much better for your customers and easier to read, and just better. nowadays, I do have testers for all of my patterns. I have 10 currently. I have 5 that is Swedish speaking, so they are testing mainly my Swedish patterns. And then I have 5 English speaking testers who are testing my English patterns, and they are golden. I am so thankful for each and every one of them. They are helping me a lot and taking my patterns to the next level. I wouldn't be able to do that myself. I do love math, and I'm very thorough when writing my patterns, but before I didn't have pattern testers, I was always super scared of having typos in my patterns, for example, and I read through them like 15 times before publishing. Nowadays, I read through them once and then I send it to my testers and they can read it through. So having testers will save you time as well. You just have to schedule a thing and give them a couple of weeks to work on the pattern. So yeah, I recommend you to have some pattern testers. Also, they are pretty easy to find. There are a lot of very helpful people out there who are just happy to crochet through your patterns. Georgina, when will the Design Lab open next time? I will hopefully be able to open Amigurumi Design Lab again in the summer. I haven't decided on a specific date yet, but I highly recommend you to take action and join us inside the February course if you feel like your schedule is super booked in February. No worries, you can still join the course, and when the modules are published one at a time, once a week. When you have all the modules, you will have them forever. So whether you walk through them in February or March or April, that is totally up to you. Do though highlight and highly recommend you to join and be active during February, because the Facebook group will also be most active by then, and you will get a lot of support from the group and from me during February. And you will have a lot of help with the Q&As as well. I'm in the course and in the Facebook group also after the course, so I am still there and can answer questions if something pops up as you go. But yeah, we will have a lot of fun in February, so come and join us right now if you haven't already. There is 1 minute and 30 seconds left if you still am eager to grab the pattern templates. There are a great value, and yeah, as I told you, I would have loved to have them during my start when I started out, because they would have saved me from so much headache. But yeah, let me see if I have any more questions to walk through. Otherwise, we are going to end this webinar very soon. Oh, one more. This is a really good question. Elise is asking, when I want to start selling patterns, do I have to have a social media presence? Yes, you do. This might be a hard answer for some of you, but yes, marketing is everything when it comes to selling amigurumi patterns, and social media is a way to market. You don't have to be on all the places though. You don't have to be everywhere. Choose one and do that good. And when you're comfortable, you might add a second one. You might not, but you might. You can also, another tip is to choose the platform that you are using the most. So if you are spending a lot of time on Facebook, for example, be there. Create your presence there. If you're spending a lot of time on TikTok, maybe try making some TikToks, sorry. Or maybe if you're spending a lot of time on YouTube, start a YouTube channel, or maybe you spend a lot of time on Instagram, start an Instagram channel. Because where you are, you know what is trending and you know what works, kind of. So it helps a lot if you are where you spend a lot of time yourself. But as you can see, the time is up for today. It has been so much fun having you here today and to be able to just teach you. It's been a while since I've been teaching, and I love it so much. There will be more webinars and workshops in the future. And yeah, come and join us inside the Amigurumi Design Lab and start your own Amigurumi design journey. I'm super excited to get to follow along and coach you on the way. I will see you around. Bye. Thank you. Thank you, Nazarene.